Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. As you can see, we have moved into the second part of November. And what does that mean? That means we've got literally this episode to finish this field. Now, in theory, we should have more than enough time in this episode to finish this. It is definitely a four episode harvest is this field. It wasn't last month, but we've kind of been a little bit busy pressing in. Now, I do just want to point out that during, or in between, shall I say, the last episodes, I did start picking up the sugar beet from the floor. To give you an idea, it also took me about an hour of like IRL, probably a little bit longer actually. So if that doesn't give you an idea of just how much there was on the floor, it was ridiculous how much there was. We do still have a pile of sugar beet by the original sugar production, you know, the little baby one. So yeah, we've got quite a bit over there we've got to get picked up, but right now our priority is getting this harvest finished in this episode. I do need to go move some wool and stuff. You know, there is a couple of little things we need to do. We don't need to be stopping the production of wool. But yeah, we've got a lot in. Yeah, I'm going to show you what we've got when we get there. I do have a worker going just over here on this field. He's got to get some harvesting done. He's got to get it done. It's just simple as that. The ploughing needs doing. Doesn't exactly need doing this month, but he might as well do this. He might as well do it this month. We don't need the Ford for anything else this month, so why not? Why not? It's a little bit on the foggy side, guys. I'm trying to decide which is the best way. Oh my god, look at all that sugar in one day. This is because we basically made a load of cut sugar beet. From the pile that was on the floor, I basically did one. I think I did about 3 trailer loads at the time of just cut sugar beet. Holy crap, that is a lot of that is a lot, considering we've only just basically had it going like a day. It's not even a day. So if we look into here, guys, we've got 50,000 of cut sugar beet left. We also have 153,000 of sugar beet, as well as making all of this sugar. This is ridiculous. How much is sugar at the moment? Sugar has lost its best price now. July is technically best, but look at that. Yeah, not bad though, not bad at all. Worker has a full grain. Now this is kind of what my issue's been. I did bring in the mod for making this area a little bit on the smoother side. I've made a nice smooth little path along here now. But yeah, we've done quite a bit of. I like to do the terrainy stuff off the corner. It never goes right. Even on FS22, I don't like the way 22 and FS25 did the terrain. I much preferred FS19's version of the terrain editing. So I don't tend to do much of it on the recordings. Now, if you're just wondering if I'm a bit all over the spot today, guys, I don't know if you remember me saying the other day the dragon lady was poorly. She has given it to me. I have been absolutely dreadful for the last 24 hours. I recorded yesterday's video and was feeling a bit put down to maybe hay fever, change of weather, been very damp, and then by the time I went to bed last night, I was just ached from head to toe. Yeah. And to be honest, I've woke up exactly the same. I've had some cold and flu, and currently got like a sore throaty sweet in my gob at the moment, so I don't know if I come across sounding a bit funny. But yeah, just giving you all a little bit of a heads up. I am absolutely under the weather. Thank you, Dragon Lady. Let's all thank the Dragon Lady in the comments, guys. Say thank you, Dragon Lady, and then we can. I know when she was unwell with the exact same thing a few days ago. She had it about 3 days. So this would be my day 2. I'm just going to point that out. So hopefully by tomorrow, as long as mine's a 3-dayer. But to be fair, my Dragon Lady's not poorly very often. So the fact she only had it 3 days probably means I'm going to have it like 6 months. And as you can see, that is another trail. This is the problem at the moment. Is just keeping up with this house. Now I do want to go over to the sheep, but yeah, quite a bit of this to do. I think the best thing we can do at the moment is just babysit this. We'll get a little bit of a time lapse on. We'll get a couple of minutes worth of harvester running, and then we can kind of see what we've got to do as and when, because, well, we've got to do something with all this sugar. Let's be honest, the sugar is that's a lot. Jesus. Yeah, I think that is going to be the best thing. So what we'll do is we'll just drop this into here. Now, if you're wondering, guys, I do have a production for cut sugar beet. It's one of these, 10,000 litres at a time. We don't have enough money to buy it. I do need one though, because we do need to cut some sugar beet. But yeah, we just can't afford it right now. So I've got a little pile of sugar beet still on the farm, and my original plan was to use that. Now I might have the firewood production to sell. From what I'm aware, I do believe that is ready to be sold. I do believe it's run out of wood now. I can't believe we waited 3 episodes for it to finish harvesting the wood that we put into it, and it turned out we didn't even turn it on. Which is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, what we're going to do then, guys, we'll get a couple of minutes of following this harvester, and hopefully we can get, to be honest, I wish we could get it all done in the next couple of minutes. Done. There is very little left. Now we didn't get it all done in the time lapse. I could have made the time lapse a little bit longer, but yeah, it's kind of one of them things. I don't like to make them too fast. I watch people's videos myself when I get time, and you just notice the speed difference between. I'm not saying what they do is wrong. It's just I personally don't like it when you do a time lapse too fast. That's why I always ever leave mine on 5. So basically, it gives me like up to 15 minutes of gameplay. It gives me like up to a 3-minute time. I know some people can, some people do put it to 10, and it gives them like a minute and a half time lapse, but like the same. It's just a personal preference. A job like this, maybe it's not too bad upping it to 10, but it depends on like the movement. We had a lot of movement with like the wool and stuff, so yeah, I don't really like to do it like that. But as you can see, we have nearly got this field done. This has got like one more pass coming this way, and then obviously just a little bit just in the bottom end of the field. But the thing we have with this at the moment is it fills this trailer way too quick. So what we need to be doing in the next year, guys, we need to be buying at least 3 more, and I mean 3 more of these harvesters, because we are going to have carrots. But basically, we're going to have this field of sugar beet, this field here, and the field that's currently getting. Basically, I'm not planning on putting any grain in the ground, or cereal crops or anything. We are going straight down the root crops, basically the earth fruits, whatever terminology you want to use them. So we're looking at like carrots, parsnips, beetroots, sugar beets. Technically do potatoes, but we don't have a business for that. Right, as I say, I do apologise if I do go quiet like that. I do have to have a little bit of a clear out, I'm afraid, with being under the weather. There's not much I can do about it. Another little throaty sweeting while I'm recording. I don't need to eat as many of these little throat sweets as I can, but I am doing a lot of talking obviously on videos and stuff, and I'd rather try and get the best video I can get. My idea was I either persevered through this video or basically didn't produce one today, and yeah, I thought I would do my best. But to be honest, guys, I have to be honest, weekend videos always seem to struggle. Now, I'm not saying people need to sit and watch a video on a weekend, but I have noticed a pattern, and to be honest, if it was to continue, I might just have weekends off, to be honest, because I can record Friday's video, and Friday's video can basically just be Mondays, and then that way I can have weekends off. I know this series has kind of got, like I say, slightly on the stale side. But until this building work's finished, now, just to give you all a little bit of a heads up, so before I finish that sentence, my building work has kind of stalled this week because, well, the weather, to be quite honest with you. I've got 2/3 of a roof on, I've got 2/3 of a roof been replaced, as in watertight, but there's no slate back on it yet, because obviously they've still got a 1/3 to do. They've got to do all the lead work and stuff. But as you can imagine, this week in the UK, guys, we have had some of the worst rain we've had all year. And yes, I'm technically part roofless. So yeah, that's kind of stalled at the moment because they can't go up and do that in the amount of rain we've had. So yeah, we've kind of stalled a little bit. But that's why the new series are not coming until the roof work's done, because I don't want to start a new series and then be interrupted with it. I have got like a couple of options. I'm always scanning around on the mod hub, always scanning around on King's mod for any maps that I do like. I'm in a couple of Discords where I have acquired a couple of maps as well. And I have been working on a convert of a map, so yeah, we've got some possible options coming. I said I just don't want to. I would rather this video, for example, this series be interrupted. We've kind of smashed this series. This series is kind of done now. But like I said, I don't want to start a new series and then have to stop, start due to noise and stuff. So I just kind of wanted to point out why these new series haven't been coming. Like I was talking about bringing a new series on Oakbridge, but like a mini series coming on there. Again, just it can come. I just don't really want to be interrupted with it. With building noise and background noise, and that is literally all it is. I don't want to do it to you. I don't want to bring a video and then be like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it today. I can't do it today. You know, I just want to wait till this work's done. Continue with this series till this work's done. Like I say, it should have been completed this week, and like I say, we've had about 3 days of just absolute torrential downpour. Thunderstorms yesterday were about 2 hours long, then it had a break for an hour, then it came back. It's just been hell. Like I say, at least we are watertight though. That's the main thing. Like I say, we're watertight. We're watertight for what they've done until the rest of this work has finished. Just in a little bit of a mess at the moment, but it is what it is. You know, I can't do nothing about it. The house needs a new roof. It hasn't had a new roof since 1920. No, since 1908. And the reason why I know that is there was some dates on some of the timber that came off. It was like, you know, like branded in. You know, like you do cattle branding. You know, you warm up. You know, you heat them up and you stamp it. And it leaves that like Bernie mark kind of thing. It was like that in the timber, and the timber framing had 1907. Now, my house was built in 1907, so that means my house, I don't know how it's lasted 100 years, but my house roof, or at least one of the sections that's been done already, is 1907. It's the original roof from it being built. I didn't realise slate could even last that long. No, it might have been reslated, and the timbers were just used and stuff like that, and that's fair enough. But yeah, I just genuinely didn't know that, original. So no wonder why, you know, like I say, and to be honest with you, the roof didn't fully need replacing. Like I say, I'm just kind of making conversation at the moment. The reason we're having it replaced is we've got like loft bedrooms, and we either had two options. We could either take the kids' bedrooms apart and unsettle 2 autistic kids, or we could take the roof off, put the insulation that we wanted putting in it, and then basically reslate it. And that's what we've done. And to be honest, I'm now glad we did do that, knowing that some of our roof was still 1907 roof. So yeah, very glad we did it the way we did it now. And it's cost a lot of money. Just you know, I'm just making conversation because, like, what can I say? We're collecting sugar beet. But yeah, that's kind of why I didn't want to bring a new series, because I like work stop start. There's nothing we can do about the British weather. We've just had a massive heat wave. So they started the work, and then we've had nothing but massive downpours, and it's just delaying everything at the moment. That's all. Just delaying everything. But hopefully, like he said, once the final part comes off, they get the sheeting down, the waterproof membrane, and and then obviously the guy who does the leading comes round, and then the reslating. Like he said, the reslating's going to take them about a day. It's like, you know, they do it for a living. So that's not going to take over long. The worst part is at the moment is we just have to wait for the weather. And yeah, this next week is going to be quite wet. From what the weather forecast has said, it's going to be quite wet over the next week. So I'm not expecting to get overly much work done on the roof in this next week. But like I say, it would be another week of safety. But yeah, that's just why. That's kind of just why we're still on with this series. Like I say, I would have finished this series about 10 episodes ago. But I just don't want to bring a new series. Now, I could technically just say, look, you guys are obviously not overly enjoying the series much anymore. I could just take a few days off. But after my mum passed, I didn't make videos for like 18 months because, life got hectic, dad came to live with me, things like that. But it's nice to be making these videos now again, and I kind of want to keep that momentum going, and that's why I would rather bring this video and this series just a little bit longer, just so that we can still be bringing something. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. We've just produced another 2 during this video alone. We've just produced another 2 pallets of sugar. If I go over here though, guys, just to show you something, we've still got this pile of sugar beet we've got to pick up, and we've been picking it up with that bucket, which is about 2,200 litres, something like that. It's very small. Yeah, it's crazy. We've obviously got our baby sugar beet, so what I'm planning on doing now is I'm thinking that our baby sugar beet planter, sugar mill, a little slow one, I'm thinking that maybe now that needs to be might put that on to distribute, and then we can distribute that to the dairy, and then that way we don't have to keep running sugar down to the dairy anymore. That's the idea. I don't know if it'll work like that. I don't know how well it'll work. I don't know if we're going to use more sugar than we can supply it, but it gives you an idea. He's on the final headland. He's nearly done. Crazy. I'm not going to pick up any loose bits from here, guys. Not any whatsoever. I'm hoping though that if we can get this just quickly finished, might be able to start some of that baling on that field, and then we can get a worker in the field we've just ploughed, and we can get him working some slurry or manure. Let's have a little look in the shop. There's nothing in the shop today. Lovely. 9,000. So if we bought a slurry spreader, we'd have to get at least that. Not a slurry spreader, manure spreader. 12 meters, 8 meters, 12 meters, 24. Yeah, that's ridiculous, crazy. We don't even have that power. Right. There we go. One guy has finished. Right. He's right. Okie dokie. I was hoping he was gonna finish this. Oh, hang on a minute. He's gonna drive the minute I park next to him. If I can just get a couple of 1,000 litres out of this, and then hopefully he can finish that. I tell you what, that blue tinge there, can you see that blue tinge as we're moving around? That's annoying. The only way I found to get rid of it is to turn on DLAA or DLSS. If you just use native 4K, which is what I do recording, yeah, I find it a bit of a pain, to be honest. I did some testing. Can't remember if we needed to plough this field. The good thing is if we plough the field anyway, we don't get any weeds. God, my throat is so sore. Terrible. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna do this. We'll put this on. There you go. And then hopefully we'll get the last little bit of this sugar beet. Yeah, we definitely need to be getting 2 of these harvesters on this field. But yeah, if we can get one per carrots, one per parsnips, one per beetroot, and then what we can do is we can look at getting 2 for this field. If we can get 2 for this field and then get a trailer double the size, we should be good. We can go back to not emptying on the move. Here we go. I am in its own way. Come on, I know my driving today is terrible. Actually, my driving most days is terrible on this game. This is the worst part with this harvester, is turning around is so slow. Yeah, we finally got rid of the firewood production. We don't need it anymore. Put that into there. Put that into there. Ah. I know it's not right just kind of throwing it around there, but you know it is what it is really. Kind of been a bit mean with it. We've still got 15,000 litres of sunflowers. That is, yeah, it produces. I knew there was a second one to come out of there. There is not a third. Right. I believe this is the end of the sugar beet harvest. There we go. We have officially completed the sugar beet harvest. And once again, that took absolutely forever. I don't even think we can get all this in here actually. I maybe should have gone and emptied. Oh yeah, we should do. We should get it in. No, we did not. Oh wow, terrible. Right, well there you go. We have finally completed the sugar beet harvest. It literally took 4 episodes. Now, don't get me wrong, in the previous episodes we were kind of procrastinating just a little bit sometimes. Yeah, I'm hoping maybe if we can just shoot a little bit of a time lapse on in a minute, we might be able to get some of this baling done. And at least then in the next episode, we might look at doing some ploughing. We might actually plough some field up ourselves. I just remembered the reason why I weren't ploughing them fields. I was going to mulch them. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we might as well get that straw. We've got no straw for the cows at the moment, so we definitely might as well get some straw. And then we'll get try and just do a little bit of baling. I think it just makes a little bit of sense to do that. Yeah, we have missed quite a bit, haven't we? I'm hoping that won't get missed when we go to using 2 harvesters on the sugar beet field, but you never know. You never know. That's produced me 3 in this one video alone, guys. We have produced 3 pallets of sugar. 3 pallets of sugar in one. Yeah, you can't really argue with that. 3 pallets in one video, and we've still got 1,300 litres of sugar here. I might just go dump this 1,300 litres into the baby production. One it's closer, it's on the farm. Like I say, I am just waiting for the trailer to empty it, and then we'll do a little bit of baling. But yeah, this has been a very, very, very productive harvest. Once again, it's produced us well. We sold 75,000 litres of sugar beet, guys. We then have made all that sugar. Honestly, I kind of wish we didn't turn the production on, because if we didn't turn the production on, we would know exactly how many litres we made. But yeah, you know, we sold 75,000 litres to begin with. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, that field there is ready for basically spring. We'll put a bit of slurry on it, a bit of manure on it or something. We'll build it up a little bit over the winter months. I say winter's kind of a little bit of a quiet time, so it kind of gives us just a little bit of I don't know if this will just empty into here. Yes, it will. There we go. So we'll dump that into that. Hopefully it should all fit. Yeah, I had a feeling. Oh, I had a feeling it would fit. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a very, very long job. And let's put you down there for another year. I don't really need you for another year. And there we go. 29,344 pound in the bank. There's a lot of money on the farm right now. That is crazy. I'm wondering if we can buy a nice new tractor. You know, save the money and get a nice new tractor with the money. We haven't had a new tractor since buying this Deutz-Fahr. We've now put 23.5 hours on this Deutz-Fahr. The tractor before that was the Ford, which was always a little bit underpowered. We've got a massive pile of manure. We're gonna have to get rid of some of this at some point. Hello game. I'm looking for the baler and I don't know where it is. It must be down here. Yeah, it is. I couldn't see it because the building was in the way. Yeah, question. Does anybody know if the camera collision mod has been released yet? Genuine question, because I love that mod. Where basically I get a bit of a break from the cameras always crashing into the buildings. Kind of a little bit annoying when it does it. But yeah, I'm gonna get a video. I'm gonna get a little bit of a time lapse going, guys. I'm gonna get straight on with it now because I just realised my recording time is almost up, and yeah, I'm gonna just spend a couple of minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a couple of minutes baling. We might not get it all done. Our main job today was to finish that harvest, and we have done it. So yeah, we'll crack on with a bit of baling. That's too bad of a place to end this video. I'm going to basically start in the next one at the top of this one, going downhill. Yeah, we've got a good chunk of the field built. That's more than I kind of expected I would get done today. The only thing I'm going to do off recording, guys, is I'm going to just move a little bit of wool over to the spinnery, and that is because at the end of the day, we do not want to be running out of in the production. But thank you so much for watching this episode, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and until the next one, I'll see you all later on. Bye for now.